Welcome to Primetime News. I'm Salima Shumwefeledi Masipa, and over the next 20 minutes, we'll bring you the latest developments in local, continental, and global news. Our top story tonight: Minister of Mines and Energy Tom Alwendo has expressed his disappointment over the recent arrest of the board chairperson of the National Petroleum Corporation of Namibia, NAMCOR, citing that it puts the state-owned company in disrepute. Speaking to the Namibia Press Agency in an interview on Wednesday, Alwendo emphasized that NAMCOR is one of the country's most vital state-owned companies, particularly in light of the current oil discovery. Let's hear more on this developing story.
It's really unfortunate what has happened. Unfortunate that whatever the issues is, to actually put the company in disrepute. I mean, that's very unfortunate. I mean, of course, NAMCOR is one of our most important state-owned companies, especially now in view of the current oil discovery. You will definitely want to make sure that people look at us and say, we know what we are doing. So that's very unfortunate. But on the specific issues, I would rather want to see and wait what happened. The police are investigating what really happened. And before one can make pronouncement to say what it is, let's allow that process to take place. How did those drugs got in the paper? How did the people know that they were drugs? And also the thing, but that's really, I think, something that we should all wait until that happens. But all one can say is just it's unfortunate that it's happening. And if we do not deal with it carefully, it can also then make us look like we are not prepared for what is coming in terms of our oil discovery.
In legal news, the court case against activists Michael Amushelelo, Dimbulukeni Nauyoma, and Ina Hengari has been postponed to April 27th to allow for further police investigation. The activists were arrested on March 21st for participating in an illegal protest. Our correspondent Josephine Simeon has the details in this report.
The activists who appeared in the Katutura Magistrate Court on Wednesday are charged with contravening the Public Gatherings Proclamation, malicious damage to property, inciting public violence, and contempt of court. This was the second appearance for Amushelelo and Nauyoma, while Hengari appeared for the third time since their arrest on 21st March over an illegal protest they led. The protest that took place at the Katutura Youth Center on Independence Day was against unemployment in Namibia. The court heard that the postponement is due to 3 outstanding witness statements preventing the completion of the investigation.
President Dr. Hage Geingob has expressed his hope for an inclusive and transparent process in awarding scholarships for the Youth for Green Hydrogen project to ensure every Namibian has equal opportunity. The project has awarded a total of 93 scholarships valued at 87.7 million Namibian dollars, prioritizing technical and vocational education and training, master's degree programs, and upscaling of current graduates through relevant short courses. Let's find out more about the significant investment in the country's youth.
I hope to be balanced. The problem in this country is if you advertise something, some people sit and sleep. When things are done, they don't, oh, we are left out. So I hope you have to address those issues because of small things that jeopardize the nice programs. So people were left out. So we'll see. After announcement, I will talk to you. Yeah.
That's wonderful. And I think just listening again to all the things we not only have had the vision to do, but also started already to take on the journey, shows that we not only talk about technology, but also talk about people. And I think that's the wonderful second aspect. And from what I've learned from the programs, there has been a lot of motivation and also roadshows to really see that the plans that we have together to build a global hydrogen system that we can really have in Namibia. Namibia is such an important part in that. So it's really wonderful today.
The Namibia National Children's Heart Trust received a significant boost to its mission of performing 150 to 200 transcatheter and surgical operations per year, thanks to a generous pledge of 500,000 Namibian dollars from the Capricorn Foundation. The trust, which was officially launched in the capital last Saturday, aims to supplement the Ministry of Health and Social Services by receiving monetary and material donations. More details on this heartwarming story.
The Trust mission is to provide affordable, accessible and long-term treatment to Namibians born with congenital heart diseases. In a media statement issued on Wednesday, Marlies Horn, the Capricorn Group's executive for brand and corporate affairs, said the Capricorn Foundation's health focus area seeks to support the government and vulnerable communities by increasing access to basic health care. Horn stated that there is a high incidence and prevalence of CHD and other acquired heart diseases among Namibian infants and adults, leading to significant morbidity and premature mortality. According to the Namibia National Children's Heart Trust, the present waiting list for surgical interventions exceeds 300 people, with many more waiting for transcatheter interventions. Horn stated that their top goal is to acquire high-resolution ultrasound machines, cardiopulmonary bypass circuit machines, catheterization laboratory anesthetic machines, theater consumables, ICU equipment, consumables, and medicines to improve the lives of children. Reporting for Primetime News, it's Primrose Harasis.
Stay tuned for the business segment. Welcome to Primetime Biz, where we provide insightful analysis on the latest news and trends in the world of business and economics. In today's segment, Minister of Industrialization and Trade, Lucia Ipumbu, stressed the importance of collaboration between government agencies and businesses to achieve common goals. She made this statement during the Namibia Revenue Agency Breakfast Awareness Session with the private sector on the Authorized Economic Operator Program in Windhoek earlier today. Let's listen to more on the story.
Doing business in Namibia is a component and a configuration of all of us. And when I say all of us, it's operators both from the private and the public sector. So we should join hands and continue to work to each other so that we implement the mandate of ensuring the leveled landscape of business environment. When we look at the international arena, the increased global trade and the dynamics in the international supply chain have created new demands on the role of customs administrators as well as government agencies. We all want to focus on trade facilitation and make it easy for every operator to do business in a very conducive environment. In that environment, the business community must endeavor to move goods faster and a reduced cost, and they must maintain their competitiveness. And that is what we need all to agree on so that we make trade facilitation easier and simpler and faster.
The Namibia Statistics Agency and the Namibia Financial Institutions Supervisory Authority signed a Memorandum of Understanding on Wednesday to facilitate financial services data exchange and establish other areas of cooperation. Our correspondent Shava Wells has more on this significant development.
According to a joint press statement issued on Wednesday, the MOU establishes the framework for cooperation between the two organizations. The signing of the MOU sets the stage for collaboration in 3 areas, sharing vital information pertaining to the non-banking financial sector, acknowledging that timely, quality, and relevant statistical information is a key element to ensuring that user needs are adequately met, and agreeing based on mutual respect and collaboration that does not affect the independence or limit the powers or mandates of their organizations. According to Alex Shimwaifeni, Statistician General and Chief Executive Officer of the NSA, the collaboration will help to guarantee the production of high-quality statistics that are critical for decision-making, policy formulation, and economic development. NAMFISA CEO Kenneth Matomola reiterated NAMFISA's commitment to working with the NSA to support the development of a robust non-banking financial sector in Namibia.
That brings us to the end of our top news segment for tonight. Stay tuned for the economics roundup, followed by a detailed weather forecast. We commence our Sport Planet segment with rugby news. In a recent announcement, the Namibia Rugby Union has confirmed the retirement of senior national team hooker Obert Norier from all forms of rugby due to an undisclosed medical condition. Norier, who has made 23 appearances for Namibia, including at the 2019 Rugby World Cup in Japan, since his debut against Senegal in 2017 in the Africa Cup, expressed his sentiments in a press statement released on Wednesday. He revealed that the decision to retire was not an easy one and that it took a lot of thought to prepare for a life after rugby. He also expressed his gratitude towards his teammates who had become like family to him. On to Formula One, Lewis Hamilton quashed rumors about leaving Mercedes, stating that he plans to stay with the team till his last days. After finishing 5th in the season-opening Grand Prix in Bahrain, speculation had arisen that the 7-time world champion was seeking a move elsewhere. However, Hamilton put these rumors to rest after a more competitive race in Saudi Arabia and reiterated his commitment to Mercedes ahead of the Australian Grand Prix, saying that he wanted to finish his career with the team. Your sports roundup is up next. And that brings us to the end of tonight's broadcast. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to join us again tomorrow for the latest developments in local, continental, and global news. From myself, Salima Shumwefeleni Masipa, and the entire production team, we wish you a blessed night.